what's going on with Joe Biden? Has he lost his marbles? Old Joe, Johnny. Old Joe. Where are his marbles? Has he lost his marbles? Well, it depends what political blood side you're on, Johnny. It appears that if you're a Trump supporter, and there's half the population out there is a Trump supporter, if you're a Trump supporter, he definitely has lost his bloody marbles. Yeah, right. If you're a Biden supporter, he's just a steady, yeah.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure I'm going to introduce you all the way.
Oh, Jesus, Joe! Yeah, but it's not funny, Johnny. Oh, it's very serious. That's no laughing matter. Johnny, why do we here on the Ask Johnny channel give a shit about that? Why do we care, Johnny? Here in Australia? Yeah, right. Now, we care because whatever the bloody US is doing, like a little lapdog, Australia and Britain and all, and they follow along whatever America says. So if you got a bloody demented poor old bastard in power in the US, God knows what paths will be led down. Well, yeah, you got a point there. Now, the White House press secretary, she's come out in defence of old Joe, as you would expect she would, and she says a lot of the bloody stuff we're seeing has been manipulated. Right. Yeah.
The White House has come out in defence of Joe Biden, insisting the president's multiple gaffes and blunders are fake news.
It tells you everything that we need to know about how desperate Republicans are here. And instead of talking about the president's performance in office, and what I mean by that is his legislative wins, what he's been able to do for the American people across the country, we're seeing these deep fakes, these manipulated videos.
Fake news? And when I heard that, I thought, deep fake? Does she mean they're bloody, AI-generated images of him? Losing his marbles? Is she saying is he a robot?
Let the woman go, you are under arrest.
But she didn't mean that, Johnny. She was talking about how the videos of him presented by the Trump-supporting media, they tend to be edited so that they make Joe look like he's a bumbling old fool.
However, the commander-in-chief was also caught on camera making a series of gaffes during the ceremony.
For starters, a clip of Biden went viral on social media that showed him bending down, seeming to be uncertain whether it was time to sit down. He was hovering in a half-squat position for several seconds. Lady Jill Biden appeared to cover her mouth and murmur something to him. Social media users speculated that the First Lady was instructing the president to not sit down.
Oh, that looks pretty real to me. Who's running the bloody White House anyway? Well, Johnny, it'll be an interesting couple of months.
The Twitter account, RNC Research, which is managed by Donald Trump's campaign, shared a clip which appeared to show President Biden wandering off from other world leaders before the Italian Prime Minister comes over to alert him about a group photo. That moment is also on the front cover of today's New York Post with the headline, Meander in Chief.
Oh, Jesus! Is that what's going on?
But these photos and the clip you just saw don't show the full context of what was happening. Here's a look at a different angle from that event after a skydiver landed in front of the president and other leaders. President Biden turns to his left where there are troops. The president appears to say something to them and give them the thumbs up before he's tapped on the arm by the Italian prime minister. So this is the kind of thing that gets amplified. You have an organization like the New York Post Many others that picked it up that way delivered them right from Trump's campaign with no context.
Secretary, I'm not sure I'm going to introduce you all the way.
But you got to wonder, Johnny, what sort of a system, and this is never really asked, what sort of a system have they got over there that allows these two bloody old blokes to be running for president? The only two out of all those people? Oh, Johnny, you've got one side of politics saying that Joe's he's the man, and you've got another side of politics saying that he has lost his marbles. And we're completely unbiased here at the Ask Johnny channel.